Hi there, Spitfire here with Game Mode 5, and today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable. So we're going to just go ahead and hit resume the game, because we just got pretty much told off by, you know, the forces of space and time. So yeah. Alright. So let's go ahead and leave our office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Username access. I don't know. Okay.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted.
What's
I swear I
going
definitely
on?
restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
No.
move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know
What's
for
going
sure
on
that it's
here?
here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ooh, what's in here? Apparently nothing.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I
No,
find it
no,
unlikely
no.
that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! No. I do not like this. I do not like this, Sam. I am. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
Okay, yep.
What?
It's worse. I'm
Yeah, no,
remembering
there are
this
no
wrong.
doors in here now.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yes, why don't we? Open a door for me. Thank you, Mr. Butler. This didn't say that earlier. And this room is also different.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The
What?
story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
So, what the hell? This room wasn't here before?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Yes.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. No, I don't feel
yes,
right
so-
about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Ah, no! Not the restarting! No, anything but the restarting. I don't like that. I don't like it very much at all. Oh no, not the line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
No, I'm not following the line.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, alright, we're gonna leave it up to the line. Fine. Let's check out what the line has to say. Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
I don't think so.
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Yes.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Yes.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No, this music is horrible. No, please, it's loud. I can't hear myself not think. This is just horrible. Seriously, shut it off. Shut it off. I can't deal with this. Horrible. I don't even know what.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this
no.
fern will be
Not the
very
fern.
important later in the story. Make sure
Yes,
you
I'm
study
sure it
closely
will.
and remember it carefully. You won't want to
Yes.
miss anything.
Yes, let us pay attention to the fern.
Wait,
this is
we're back
what?
at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no.
Ah, great.
No,
Back
not
here.
Again, Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No! Not a restart. Oh no, not the line again. I don't want a line. Can't I just have a line-free existence?
Stanley, I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yes, I agree.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging
Very
a new
much
path,
so.
a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Don't know,
Whatever
but I
it
know
might be,
that this is
Stanley,
impossible.
I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It goes up there. We can't follow it anyway.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Great.
From here, the story is in our control.
Is it really
How important
now?
we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Yeah, no, I'm not walking in
Okay,
circles.
So
Nah,
I know that
I did that
each
last time.
door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
You're
starting
speaking
from the
gibberish.
right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
No. I wonder what you'll do if I just stand here. What shall you do if I just stand here? I'm gonna start walking in circles now. You can't tell me what to do. I choose not to go in there. Okay, looks like you're not gonna do anything if I don't go in there, so I'll go in.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Hmm.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
I read.
It's all determined? So
Find
now,
a
according to
bookstore?
the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why
Okay.
don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Don't
Is it really?
understand here.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
I don't
whatever it
know.
is that made this schedule?
Possibly,
I don't
maybe?
even know. Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know. You better restart the game to find
Sure.
out.
Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Alright.
Well, in the meantime, if
Ah! Come on! I'm always waiting for this game to surprise me.
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, okay. We'll go this time.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah, see, that's the
problem. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, no.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe I am.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Yeah.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
I don't know about all that.
The fresh air of a world outside this one.
Nope.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Nope.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Nope.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Nope.
My life is normal.
Nope.
I am normal.
Nope.
Everything will be fine.
Nope.
I am okay.
Nope. I told you.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
stupid
This
Stanley
is
and
the
your
story
stupid
of a
parable.
woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Obviously,
Everyone
yes.
knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
Yes.
I am
Quote
in
unquote
control
normal.
of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So touching. Alright, so we're going to go right, because I think we've exhausted everything we can do on the left.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, we're going right, Bretta.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not happening, Bretta.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure.
Have I actually continued and let
I
this
realize
thing
that
carry
investing
me?
your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is
Her?
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Her who? It's dark in there. I don't like that.
That's
What?
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to...
Oh, I just picked it up on accident. Hello? Hello? 426.
Oh, Stanley, is
What?
that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What?
Gotcha! Oh, come on.
What the
Did
hell
you
is
actually
this?
think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying
What?
to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come
What-
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, hold on,
Sorry,
can I check?
but you're in my story
Whoa.
now.
That actually scared me. That actually did scare me.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Okay, press P on my keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press 6. Oh, you guys won't take one on the numpad. I have to press it up.
Pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
What?
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
No, I'm not.
he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I refuse to press the button. What'll you do if I don't press the button? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna look at this mannequin with mannequin boobs. No, not gonna do it. You cannot make me press that button. No way. Nope, I'm just gonna sit here. Okay, I'm getting bored now. Alright, really, I'm getting bored. Okay, fine, I'll press the button.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press 8 to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Huh?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press F to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Z to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
What? Why do you tell your wife you love her? Okay.
And there is no answer.
What?
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
But no, because then the game will stop, and I don't want the game to stop. I want the game to go on forever. And I want to kind of beat the game. You know why I want to beat the game? Because, wait, my wife is gone. Where did my wife go?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press Z to question them.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Wow. Okay, where's my loading? There's my loading screen. I knew it was coming. Ah! Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's not happening. I'm going at the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope, just
The
passing
lounge
through.
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not happening.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nope, not happening.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope, not happening. Actually? Nope.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Fine, I'll go through the red door
Oh,
this time.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Yes.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here,
And what would
let me
that be?
show you.
I'm worried. I am officially scared. Scared-ish, scary-ish.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Don't know yet. What the hell is this?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley... No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs.
Yeah, no, we're going to... Go ahead and sign off for right now. Till next time, I'm Spitfire with Game Mode 5. Like, subscribe, comments, please.